Good afternoon, it's Valerie Ling here coming to you from Sydney, Australia. Hope you are doing well. I was very excited this morning to have an opportunity to catch on the news a virtual tour of the Virgin Galactic. I'm a fan of that brand, I have to tell you, right from when they were in music to the gyms to the travel. It's I've just loved watching what they do. And of course, when they mentioned that they're going to do space travel, this was totally mind blowing for me, being a bit of a Star Trek fan myself. In my head, when they said space travel, I pictured this huge, cumbersome ship that I wasn't even sure how would you do space, like what sort of clearance would you need for that? But today, actually seeing the ship and having a virtual tour of the inside was really mind blowing. And what was inspiring was to see that the aim is not to blast off into space, but it was just to, I believe it's like 100 kilometers above the stratosphere, or above Earth's, above Earth's stratosphere, atmosphere. Um, and to be able to then experience a couple of things about space, but the view of seeing Earth from that level. And that really spoke to me because, that's a lot of I guess, the message that I want to be able to send to us is sometimes we think that we can only see what's in front of us, and we actually need some help to just lift off, even if it's not really far up, just 100 kilometers above our situation, and look down and get perspective and actually see. But you're not going to be able to do that if your eyes are constantly drawn to the floor because you're so weary that you can't get up. Right, this speaks into the space of, even if you're caring for someone, if you're working in a caring profession, if you're living from minute to minute, with the energy that you have, with the relationships that you have, if you're pushing that last ounce of energy so that you can do that little bit more, or we think so that we can do that little bit more, the reality is not only will we not be able to stand, we're probably barely crawling. And when we're crawling, our eyes are fixed on the ground. So even in the practice of the Center for Effective Living, very often I will encourage psychologists to help our clients to have a view of their life that opens up the perspective, looking at the aspects of quality of life, looking at the aspects of you're not the sum of these difficult relationships that you're having. You're not the sum of the difficult situation that you find yourselves in. Opening it up to being able to experience joy, gratitude, positivity in other relationships, in other spaces, right? So very similarly, when we are in professions or situations where we are burning out, if we are just pushing that last ounce and we're barely crawling, our eyes are going to be on the floor. And guess what we're going to continuously see? Dust, dirt, bland, nothing. Try it. Go on the ground and crawl and keep your eyes on the floor. That's what we will see. And so we want to be able to actually give ourselves a sense that if we lift up a little bit, lift off a little bit, gain perspective, if we pump energy, if we pump priority into picking ourselves away from that crawl position and that subservient position as well, of not attending to what we need and not attending to why we're crawling, we might actually be able to get perspective and perhaps even experience a sense of inspiration and a sense of forward movement. Have a great day.